Now we're just documenting. Um, this not necessarily my thought, but some real ass shit. Uh, on my other YouTube channel. The only reason I'm not putting this on my other YouTube channel because two videos got taken down and shit like that because they're real ass shit. Um, but you know, just branching off from you could say the last video that I posted on that particular channel is that a lot of families living at least here in Vegas and shit like that are pseudo families. They're not you know, those particular individuals are somebody else and shit like that, and their bodies and shit like that. You know, um, with that being said and shit like that, like you know, I've said this in other videos on that particular channel, but like all the stuff that has occurred to me and shit like that has all been highly orchestrated and shit like that for me to go, to jail to try to skeleton key me and shit like that. I've always been myself. I've never been nobody else. And even like the family that I grew up in, they're not the same individuals. Physically they are, but internally somebody else. They do a lot of weird ass shit, and I got proof of that on my channel. Uh, what else? Well, saying that and shit like that, even like me deliberately getting arrested and shit like that. Again, even if it was deliberately done, again, it's still orchestrated and shit like that. Um, even like police officers and firefighters and all these other are not who they say they are, right? Somebody else. Um, fucking, like when it comes to like the modern world that you live in and shit like that, it's all completely false. It's fake and shit like that. It's not genuine. It's not real. Um, for example, when real shit is going down and shit like that, where's the phones at? Where's the cameras? Where's Come on, you live in modern society. There's cameras everywhere, but yet there's no video of it. But when stupid nonsense is going down and shit like that, there's a fucking TikTok for that. It's fucking funny. It's like for real. It's like the fuck. Yeah, where's the fucking video? There's cameras everywhere and shit like that. Um, saying that also same thing when it comes to like politics and shit like that. The fucking what are they called? There go like Democrats and Republicans and shit like that. Or even all that, it's complete nonsense. It's not genuine. And it's false. It's fake. Um, it's not real. The reason they have politics like that and shit like that, presidencies and all this shit, is to check to see if the masses are brainwashed. The billions of motherfuckers living and shit like that. They're just to check to see if they're brainwashed and shit like that. And if they're not brainwashed growing up and shit like that, to get them all brainwashed. That's what it's for. You know, it's not for you to see the truth. I just put it that way. That's what it's for. You know, when you actually wake up and actually see that shit, you're like, yeah, it's completely false and shit like that. It's all fake. Uh, some real ass shit. Um, you know, just like the way that the law has it, or society, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, they don't like society doesn't understand what standing your ground is and shit like that. You know, stand your ground. You can use physical violence to the point that you're gonna kill the motherfucker because obviously there should be witnesses around and cameras around to know that you actually were standing up for for yourself and shit like that. You felt, you know, threatened and shit like that, where your life depended on it. But you know, when you do that type of shit, you know, you're seen as the bad person and shit like that, and then get arrested, go to prison or some shit. It's like, the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. I'm serious. I could assure you, there's probably a shitload of motherfuckers that's got arrested for, you know, actually standing up for themselves and shit like that, not playing that shit. And sure enough, you know, there's, you know, whatever. But what else? But again, the only reason I'm probably it's not making any sense, because obviously it's not like have it written down or something. I'm just, you know, in the spot and shit like that, saying that shit. What else? Fucking again. Let's just put it this way: you're gonna come to Vegas. Let's say you right. There's a lot of motherfuckers that want to come to Vegas to supposedly live here and shit like that, or for whatever reason that might be and shit. Shit, hell no. You know, here in Vegas and shit like that. Again, vast range of motherfuckers, especially since it's a tourist town and shit like that. A bunch of even tourists are not who they say they are and shit like that. That's why all these, you know, fucking thieves and shit like that, taking fucking money from motherfuckers and shit like that. For real. Uh, what else? Um, but even then, you know, when it comes to the even news and shit like that, when it comes to the news, they don't tell you the truth and shit like that. It's all just nonsense. You know, it's not genuine shit. You know, they don't tell you the actual truth behind it, even though they probably do know the truth. They don't tell you why this person, you know, got killed, or why did that occur and shit like that. They just see it as, oh, it was just an accident. And that's what these, you know, entities or watches like to do. They like to orchestrate shit like that to make it appear that it's like an accident and shit like that. When in fact it's not an accident. You know, they're murderers. You know, there's two different things between killing somebody and a murder. All right, killing somebody, you do it straight up, like kill your ass. Whereas somebody that's a murderer, they'll make it perceive as being an accident. That's the difference. All right. You know, when you kill somebody, you do it straight up, like, yeah, kill that motherfucker, or you let it be known, not necessarily be known, but you know that you're not hiding behind it and shit like that, because that was your plan on doing it. Whereas a murder makes it appear that they're innocent and shit like that. They didn't have nothing to do with it and shit like that. It's, you know, it's pre-planned and shit like that. When you kill somebody, you do it right there. But again, murderers just like to do it to make it appear that it was an accident, and that's a lot worse because obviously they're not genuine. They're just hiding behind their true colors. Um, but yeah, this video I'm not gonna post it on that other my channel that I posted all this other fucking videos. I'm gonna put it on this other fucking shit, or I don't know, whatever. But you know, it's a lot more shit. But I'm gonna leave it like that. Like, we're just documenting it.